What's he talking about?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David.
I'm Colin.
I'm Brooke.
I'm Matt.
I'm
Josh.
Nice.
Damn
You know, we'll do this introduction with the power of friendship.
And this is where we talk all stuff Star Wars. And of course, today is the day of days. We've been waiting our whole lives to get
They finally
an Obi-Wan
dropped
trailer.
the image for Pinocchio. How exciting is this, guys? Tom Hanks.
Finally.
So we woke up this morning to an Entertainment Weekly cover with some
Yeah.
pictures here. And I thought this is all we were going to get today.
Kenobi!
Yeah, Obi-Wan there with Matt's pillow. And so it's... I totally did not think we were going to get a trailer today. But of course, we did, and we got an official Twitter account as well. And the trailer dropped, and oh my God, so much stuff, so many Easter eggs, like Colin said. And we are going to watch it right now and I guess get our second, third, fourth reactions to it. So I'm going to set this up, and hopefully this works. There we go.
I love that we have that. We'll talk about that.
Fancy.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, we're fans.
Boop.
Yeah. Let's also talk about how the music hyped everyone up too. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that he's on the Eope and not that other camel creature that we saw in The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my gosh.
And we see Luke whip.
Right
Tiny
here.
Father like son.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah, that got me
this.
right
We were like,
Nice.
Automatic goosebumps.
Where is he? Where's Darth Maul?
So okay,
He's got to
so-
be around here
all right,
somewhere.
so the Easter egg about this base of the base in the water, that falls to Jedi Fallen Order, where you end up going on that water planet. So I think it might be that.
Grand Inquisitor? Question mark? Live action Grand Inquisitor?
Yes.
Yep.
yes, it
For the
is.
first time ever.
Yep.
I totally
Uncle
didn't
Owen.
realize that was him at first.
Okay,
He looked
so
He
really-
looks a little different. Less live.
He
that
does look
planet.
different. Like, I'm not like upset about it.
Like
but,
a waterlogged
it's
Mega
just,
Mind.
Okay.
Waterlogged Mega Mind.
Jesus.
Ah,
Oh my God.
sixth brother. Can't wait to see Sixth
Yeah.
brother in live action. Oh my God.
I think he's fifth
So-
brother, actually.
Okay. So I'm
No.
thinking and this is something that Mason and I were talking about today. The other planet that is on there, like besides Tatooine and the water planet, I think that is Nar Shaddaa.
Gnarly.
I think that would be
that
excellent
right
tie-in.
there. That was dope.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't even part of the trailer. I just thought it was really cool.
Just
So yeah, the
It's
lightsaber cut into the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
just having a replay.
Love
Because
it.
this show is gonna be number one. This has been the most anticipated thing for years. So Liam,
Ethan.
Liam.
yeah, no, I
Heck yeah.
Liam and then Ian right after.
am surprised, but I'm not surprised that we got this trailer. This has been talked about for a very, very long.
But we've had that in the past, and we've gotten nothing. So I didn't want to
Drop
say
on a
anything
random
publicly.
Wednesday. That's what's getting.
This is the one out of all the shows that can build the most hype. So I'm I wasn't too surprised on getting
Liam,
a trailer this early.
Liam.
You got a Brooke
No.
fan out there.
Is
No.
Brooke excited to see what's
Get
happening?
out.
Did
I'm
we talk
excited.
about that in a podcast? We're like, well, she's not going to be happy with Kenobi. I
Yeah.
think we actually did say that.
Okay, can we
I
pause it right there in that
understand. I
room?
understand.
Can you go back?
Yeah.
Pause
Colin
it in that
at
room.
every character that shows up in the new Kenobi series.
I did not
Who
see
are
Max
you?
Rebo.
I was expecting Max Rebo.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Okay,
what are
pause it
those,
right there. Wait. Go.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
So we
That
know.
hat.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes,
Yeah.
it totally does look like that planet.
Yeah.
I see a green blur.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Because
What are we
The screen is
The
far too
underwater
far
one
away
from,
my nearsighted butt.
talking
at the end of Jedi Fallen Order,
Oh, I
there's
can
like a
something
base that
myself
you
up.
go on that's
Yeah.
underwater. I'm thinking it's that planet Like that planet is where like the Sith Inquisitors like were mainly at. That's where they trained. That's where they were tortured. It was that base. So honestly, I think it's that planet, which is a big tie-in into Jedi Fallen Order. And then during this time, this is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, Jedi Fallen Order, the game takes place 5 years. So that's like, oh my gosh.
We're getting closer.
Yeah. I'm also excited. Like we did not get Vader in this trailer, but we did get his breathing.
We got some heavy breathing.
Yeah. Which could just be someone with asthma, you know.
I'm really excited to see live action
Vader's dead.
Inquisitors because I guess as we were talking about, like we've talked about before, how this becomes like normal person canon, and now we get more people to actually start talking, be like, oh, yo, Inquisitors and stuff like that. Because I mean, whenever we have something that's like a animated cut, I don't think as many people know about it as a live action cut. So I think I'm very happy to finally get this for Inquisitors.
Yo, I just want to see one of them flying like helicopter style with one of their lightsabers in live action.
They better.
That thick one, he's not going to be lifting up anytime soon.
Is that a new Inquisitor? That lady
physics
at the other end of the table?
Yeah.
She was the one who was featured like the most, so I feel like she's got to be pretty important.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen her before in comics, books, or
like how many sisters are there?
TV.
At least 7.
She's got to be one.
Imagine being one of those 2 stormtroopers in that room full of 3 people who could absolutely like murder them in less than 10 seconds. Imagine the pressure on those
like
stormtroopers.
0.2 seconds. Just
I mean, instantly. Like we're
friends
with 3 of the most dangerous people in the galaxy.
You think how like pointless they are? Like they're guarding these people. You really don't not need protection whatsoever.
Sorry.
In this underwater base.
Are they underwater? Are we sure?
Yeah, it's like an evil layer.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a pointless job.
Yeah. So let's talk about this right here. What do you think is going on? They are clearly using this person as an example.
What,
just a force user.
Oh, he's hanging. Is that what it is?
Hanging.
Yeah, it's like a you don't protect people who are like force users or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then they like hang them in the middle of the street, and they're like, yeah, if you sympathize with people like that,
like they do with pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And can't enter the bay without 3 of those pirates hanging there.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon it'd be looking.
Be fair warned, all ye that enter here. I think or something like that.
Roughly, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so how much time do you think we will spend on Tatooine in the show? Do you think it will be like one whole episode, and then we'll be going to a bunch of planets, and then maybe the final episode that we'll go back to Tatooine, or do you think we'll be exploring like?
I don't.
A lot of
think
places.
Obi-Wan's really going to leave Tatooine.
Right? The reason we would be all planets because we're watching an Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do see Obi-Wan not in Tatooine.
He's on.
Really?
100% see him
planet
not in
is.
Tatooine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very brief then. I
Perhaps-
think probably most of what we see of Obi-Wan is probably going to be on Tatooine.
Hey, anything out of Tatooine, we're happy.
Perhaps we'll see him on his
love it.
journey
We
to
love to see
Tatooine, but I think whenever he gets there, I think he's going to be pretty stagnant there. Why would he leave?
Right? Wasn't that the whole point?
Yeah.
Well, in the old legend novels, he did leave the planet at one point because there was a Jedi that was in distress, and Obi-Wan answered the call because at that point, he was kind of broken, and he was like, you know what? If there's more Jedi out there, I have to help them. So
hope it wasn't this guy.
Yeah. So then he leaves Tatooine and goes goes out to go find him. But in this, the main plot that a lot of rumors are going around is that he goes and leaves because of Bail Organa reaches out to him and is like, "Hey, Leia's in trouble. We need your help," and then he leaves. But I don't know if that's gonna happen, because we'll have to see. And it's just gonna be interesting if maybe like Vader finds out and then leaves him a trap. Because if I was Vader and like a Jedi popped on Tatooine, it would make sense. Like, you know, in my mind as Vader would be like, oh, hey, you know, maybe Obi-Wan's there. Like, because of that is where, like, because Anakin hates that planet,
just
it makes sense
because,
why he would be
yeah,
staying
but
away.
just because Tatooine is important to Anakin, it doesn't mean anything to Obi-Wan.
Yeah, the EW article this morning, it says that Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's got to go places. He's got places to go, like the new planet Dayu, which is sort of a Hong Kong feel to it. So we know he's going off planet at least once here.
Oh, we neat. A new planet? What? Not Tatooine?
What do you think his main reason of leaving the planet would be? Like his number one reason would be to leave. You really think like he's trying to gather up more people? Because I mean, in this trailer, they're kind of like, hey, you'll know, like they're like, they follow a code, you'll know where like they pop up wherever they go, that kind of stuff. So I'm wondering if he's like trying to help out more Force sensitive.
I would assume it would be to help other Jedi. Like it would, that's just in his nature, you know, to be there for people. So,
the general like plot for introducing like big Jedi, especially like looking at the trends that they set in Rebel, is like Sith Inquisitors get trained, they go out, they hunt the Jedi, they find the Jedi, or they lure the Jedi into a trap by putting someone else they know in trouble, you know, whether they're dead or alive or whatever. They put out a distress signal. The Jedi goes and find that distress signal, encounter the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor finds out that they can't handle them alone. They get a second Inquisitor in there to help them. If the two of them can't take down that Jedi, then they contact Lord Vader, and then Lord Vader shows up to deal with them personally. And normally fails, right? So I presume we're going to see something like that, which is why we see 2 or 3 of the main Inquisitors that we see throughout the series. I presume Kenobi is going to deal with all of them at what point, potentially. Just a theory.
Something else as well that I was talking about with Matt and Brooke earlier was that during this time, Maul is kind of in full swing. And at some point during the timeline, we don't know when exactly, but Vader and them did capture. They did end up capturing Maul, and Maul was imprisoned by the Empire, and then he ended up escaping. And that would be really, really interesting to see, like, because we know at this point Maul doesn't know that Kenobi's alive. So Maul would have nothing to do with Kenobi, but Maul could definitely maybe be in a prison cell and Vader goes talks and he talks to him or something like that. Like, I think we could definitely get a Darth Maul cameo in the show, as well as like a gasp, like, oh my gosh, it's Maul. But and people will be excited and think, oh, like he's going to be in the show a lot, but he won't, because at this point in the timeline, he doesn't know Obi-Wan is still alive. He doesn't know until 2 years before the events of A New Hope.
When does this take place in the timeline?
10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
10 years.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to put money down on potentially seeing like Kanan Jarrus or Cal Kestis?
I don't think we will, because of Kanan also didn't know Obi-Wan was alive. Cal Kestis is a big maybe. I could definitely.
I would love to see Cal. Cal is the one I think
awesome.
I think that's the one everyone's waiting for, right? Like we all want to see a live action
looks
Cal
just
Kestis.
like him.
He is, and there's a big chance that he's still alive during this timeline, because of 5 years was after the events of Jedi Fallen Order, and then most likely we'll be getting Jedi Fallen Order 2. And we'll probably get that announcement in trailer.
And it's been said that it's definitely not being called Jedi Fallen Order 2.
Right.
Which really has me curious as to what they aren't just being like, yeah, it's the second one. Or what the reason is. And I feel like it ties into something that's going to be cool or shown maybe in this series, maybe as an overarching branch of Star Wars that'll be like portrayed in the game series, which will be interesting.
I can't wait to see what role the Mandalorian is going to play in this series. I'm really excited to see his cameo. And
No.
Low blow too soon?
No.
It's not like this isn't the Mandalorian season
let's
7.5.
I'm not gonna lie. If I see Mando or Grogu in this series, I'm going to piss.
I'm telling you, there is a chance. There's a small chance.
Why?
Because of so at this point, Mando is trying to make a name for himself.
Oh my gosh!
Like during the Galactic Civil War. So I guarantee if you have to go on a very like on a planet like Nar Shaddaa or somewhere else where it's like kind of like full of scum and villainy. You could definitely see like a cameo of young Mando or something. But I could definitely.
They might explore his relationship with the Sand People and how he learned the Sand People language.
Yeah. Mando, what? And
Ahsoka, I could see. I can definitely see Ahsoka randomly popping up. That would be fun.
That would be a great cameo. That makes sense.
I think Ahsoka will. I think Ahsoka and Anakin will both show up as cameos. Like, well, Anakin's gonna be like a main person, but like Ahsoka will probably be a cameo in the Clone Wars flashback. Like that would definitely be something. Yeah. And but something else with Grogu, like that I could see possibly because of kind of tying into maybe being we find out in the Kenobi series who rescued him, and then we're just getting more Mando questions answered. But yes, I'm with you guys. I'm hoping that doesn't happen because this needs to be mainly based on Kenobi. I don't want to hear the Mando theme randomly, and then him walking in, and then he's like. And since he's like, I can bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold. Like,
oh my goodness.
Better not see like Max Rebo pop up either. Then
Max Rebo's on Tatooine. He's probably on Tatooine.
How do you know?
It's his story of
He's
him
burnt
crawling out of the sail barge.
It looks like calamari.
Blue hand comes out of the sand, like in Book of Boba Fett.
Right, but
with the stubby little fingers.
But also at this point, Max is probably trying to make a name for himself too in his band. Because at this point, all the band is still alive.
All right, you heard it here. If you're trying to make a name for yourself, you're going to show up in Kenobi.
You never know.
But how great is it to get Joel Edgerton back from Episode 3?
Oh yeah,
he's like become like a bigger star. He's directed some stuff, and he was like totally game to come back. So we got him back along with Bonnie Peace from Revenge of the Sith.
So they're mainly known from Attack of the Clones. They had actual lines and Attack of the Clones. But something else that I want to talk about, which I'm kind of disappointed, is that the Sith, the Grand Inquisitor, is now voiced by Jason Isaacs, which I was hoping he was going to be. All
right. Side note here, those Arabesh, that is ER. So I don't know if that's literally an ER.
Hospital.
Just pointing that out.
Emergency room.
Nice.
Yeah. How do we like the look of the Grand Inquisitor?
So like his face in Rebels was like super long.
It looks like
obviously you can't find someone with those proportions.
What's his species?
He did,
Don't quote me, but I think he might be from Utapau.
I think he's Utapau.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I think he's Utapau.
Yeah. I don't see. I can bet you can semi see the lines on his head.
Can you?
In that shot, yeah. If you look really close, they're super faint.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, the close, like I see the slight ripples.
It's just funny because like the ones that we see,
they were much more pronounced in.
Yeah, and in the show they're much more pronounced, and then like
that's because he's waterlogged. You forgot.
Understandable.
Also,
he's all puffy.
Going from cartoon to like real life,
but we've seen one like
changes,
We've seen one that's like on live action before, and they have deeper face lines.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because wasn't he
It's
like?
Are you talking about the deleted? Are you talking about the deleted arc?
Is it not the same species of the guy that's being held hostage on
in Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I thought you meant the Clone Wars. I was confused.
No. That's what I'm saying. Is like those lines on the face were much deeper, and I feel like if we had that.
Yeah, he looked like corduroy pants.
He looked like the Grand Inquisitor did in the show.
I feel like it'd be a lot easier. And I don't think
like fangs for teeth.
But
like because the teeth of the Grand Inquisitor and Rebels and the teeth of the guys, the Utapauans match because they were both like super jagged and sharp.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That guy needs to see a.
If it looked like that, I think we would be fine and okay with it.
Yeah, I can't confirm he is from Utapau.
Okay.
So
cool.
And his species is a Pauan.
Because there are two species that that live on that planet. There are the people who live in the upper world of the holes in the planet, like the caverns in the planet. They are more civilized. They are more with technology. When the other species down below, which we actually first the first time that we actually see a person from Utapau was in the Cantina scene in A New Hope. That actually was the first time that we saw that species. But yeah.
I can't wait to see Max Rebo get trained as a Sith Inquisitor.
Okay.
Colin, are you looking forward to that arc? Thoughts?
I am so ready. But yeah.
It's that elephant species thing from episode 9.
His name is Orphan.
Color palette they use for these costumes.
He's Northern.
Really
but
we're on Tatooine.
It's the elephant thing.
Wait. Okay, so in this picture, where it looks like Obi-Wan is like on a space bus train thing. If you look to the main species that is like on the left side, taller, that species is the same one that Mando was standing next to in the elevator in episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, when he's standing in the elevator going up that. Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
I
think it was first introduced into The Force Awakens as well.
Yeah.
Nice pull, Colin. I didn't even think about that.
There's also a guy that has a really long nose, like a big nose. What? Do you guys see that?
Yo, I see him. That's the guy I first saw. I was like, wow.
I don't know if that's a nose, actually. That actually might be like his mouth. I don't know.
I think he's like a fish type alien. Okay.
That's cool.
I don't know if we've seen anything like that before.
What's he doing on Tatooine?
What's anyone doing on Tatooine? Probably trying to escape the government.
All right. So the other thing is that they are definitely holding off on all of the Vader stuff, because the Vader stuff is going to be huge. That will definitely bring a lot of people in. So we're not going to see Mustafar in a trailer. If we do, I'll be very happy. But
we actually get to see her in costume. Just kidding. It's not the first time.
Another series that makes me feel bad.
It's a new droid as well.
An Imperial officer.
Ned.
Walking around in the desert in that suit.
Sorry, what does it say?
Yeah.
It's Ned.
Ned. Oh.
Ned the droid.
Ned the droid. I can already see people already being like, all right, I'm building this, and already spending thousands of dollars. I know a lot of droid builders that are just going to be like, all right, I'm going with this. All right.
And for some reason, they have a shot of him with his blaster right there. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe this is a casted actor that we're not sure if that's the person he's playing or the droid he's playing. I would think maybe Kumail Nanjiani, but I don't think he's playing a droid.
Okay.
And where were they saying that they think that there's a clone in this?
That shot's coming near the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So wait. So who do we think this guy is that the Grand Inquisitor is talking to? Ray had a comparison of the back of Tamora Morrison's head and compared it to this guy, and their ears line up and and their head shakes.
It does look like the back of Tamora Morrison.
It really does.
But I don't think it would be Rex though.
Could be.
Yeah,
it could
just
be
another
anybody.
clone that rats them out.
Literally anybody.
Okay.
I really don't.
This is something that I wanted to talk about today. Anyways, was what potentially could be the validity of a Commander Cody going and hunting down Obi-Wan. on Tatooine. That's I don't know if I buy into that theory, but
what would lead them to Tatooine? Why on earth would anyone think?
We don't know. We will find out during the show. Maybe Obi-Wan slips up.
You have to know these answers.
Well, the Inquisitors are force sensitive, right? They can like detect other force.
Well, we had the whole thing in Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, yeah.
So I believe it's going to be having like these scenes look exactly like they're ripped out of that exact scene from Fallen Order, where they have Inquisitors and they interrogate a bunch of workers.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna have I feel like you're gonna have like one of the exact same scenes where Obi-Wan has to come out of hiding just to like stop people from being killed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Could be like the Force that draws them as well. Like the Force is always a super powerful tool that's always used for
look at that shot,
location
man.
to the other side.
Oh my goodness.
He's got better lines now, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see him a bit more now.
Wait. If you you know what? It actually might not be a clone because if you look in the back of this guy's head,
he's got cybernetics.
Yeah,
got the four-lobe stuff.
Huh. Fascinating.
Now I'm really curious on who that character is.
It's gonna be like something totally out of left field, and it's gonna be like Lobot or something.
Lobot comes up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Before he gets
that was bald.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Maybe he got freed.
Yeah. So
this is before any of that happened.
So we keep going through. We're seeing a lot of stormtroopers, which makes me really, really happy. Like a lot of TKs. This is also a cool shot.
What do all the signs say, Brooke?
What?
Tell us what all the signs say. I'm very curious. I heard someone actually. I heard someone say that they one of those signs says Gungan on it. I don't know if that's true or not.
That would be funny.
Do we think that that this is maybe one of the streets on Coruscant, or do we think this is still on the new planet?
It's a new planet.
Okay.
And I think we ended up going back to Sun King.
Who do we think?
Aesthetic right here. I love this shot.
Who do we think are playing the other Sith Inquisitors? Like, do you think like there are any like well-known names, or do we think it's just
is that casting list hidden?
Well, we're only getting 4 Inquisitors total.
Yeah,
the Grand, the Fifth Brother, and then
there are, and that's one thing where I'm just kind of like, because of those characters like the Grand Inquisitor and a couple of these other Inquisitors. We know that they are going to be. That they are going to make it and they're not going to die. It could be Echo.
Oh, Echo.
It could
I didn't even think about that.
I was going to say that. I was just wondering, like, maybe.
Oh, yeah, Echo, maybe?
Can we go back to that shot?
Yeah, go back to it.
Yeah.
Echo had, like, those, like, plugs in his head still, right?
Wouldn't that be funny?
Wait. Hang on. Let me pull a picture of, like, Echo.
I think Echo had like those plugs still in the back of his head or something. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, it's from General Grievous.
19.
You are a bold one.
Yeah,
okay.
Would be pretty funny.
I mean, there's a small chance, I guess, if like maybe he like got his like head like. Is like headpiece smaller, but it's kind of big on the sides.
His headpiece covers his ears,
and he's also missing the earpieces. Yeah,
his headpiece completely covers his ears.
That's a good theory. I mean, there's a chance at some point, that he lowered he made it smaller, but maybe.
Who knows? That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Also, if it were a clone trooper, I feel like it would be weird to pull Tamora Morrison for like playing clone troopers in live action. I feel like they do something different. Does that make sense?
No.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just feels weird to not have Bradley D. Baker voicing the clones.
But Tamara Morrison is the original clone.
I know. It doesn't feel right. Okay, it doesn't.
What do
feel
you mean
right.
It doesn't feel right?
Yeah, it could definitely explain it. Yeah.
Like old. I don't know.
I don't. that would be weird to have
anyone else
just be Boba, and then they have someone else come in and be the clones, or like even do the voice for them. That would be so weird to me. Okay, so I feel like
I know he was the original clones. It just feels weird. Okay,
so we have this shot of these shots of escape pods coming out. Well, there must have been a battle, and they had to flee the ship. Do we think this is maybe a Clone Wars flashback?
Yeah, I think it's Order 66.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
What did the ship look like? The one that Yoda was in?
Very egg shaped.
It looks like a little pod.
Yeah, escape pods.
That's what's making me think that it looks like it's like this.
Love the design. Those like 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 6-engined pods look really good.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a Jedi escaping?
It looks like that.
You know?
Yeah. Do you think it's that?
I mean, there's a chance that it could, but that escape pod is directly from Kashyyyk. So
right, he escaped from, but did he take the ship
and then put it on Kashyyyk?
Grogu in a
Get out of here!
No.
No. Yeah. There's a chance that might be a Clone Wars flashback. Maybe we see like a full out like a 10-minute scene where Anakin and Obi-Wan are like fighting on a ship, and then they have to get into an escape pod, and then they talk and stuff, and it's just like a flashback or something. I honestly think it would be cool if we ended up getting a filler episode, and no joke, it's just a live action Clone Wars episode where it's like Obi-Wan and Anakin. That would blow everyone away if they ended up doing that as a filler episode. And
what do you think would be a big reveal that we haven't seen in the Clone Wars that would be a big explanation on live action?
I don't know.
Like, is there like a burning question that you think would be like a Luke level mic drop for Clone Wars that could pop up as a live action bit in this as a flashback?
I don't know about Luke level, but I know the whole like Barriss Offee situation. I know there's a bit of explaining to do for that, right?
So in Legends, they ended up taking her out of they ended up taking her out of prison. They were like, "Hey, we need more Jedi," and then they were, Max Rebo could be
Max Rebo,
maybe. I don't know. Come on, dude. Be
Someone
more
had
realistic.
to say it. Someone had to say it. Just him and his instrument.
No, but in Legends, Barriss Offee was freed from prison by the Jedi Council, and they're like, "Listen, we need more Jedi. We're low on staff. Can you come with Luminara to?"
I know it's your day off, but could you come in?
Today.
Can you accompany your old master on Kashyyyk? Like we need more people. If you do this, we will take like years off your sentence. Barriss Offee agrees, and then Order 66 happens, and she gets killed with Luminara. Good. That's what happens in Legends. So I
think that would be like a Luke level drop. How Luminara died off, because if you remember, as a plot point in Rebels, there's an episode, spoiler if you haven't seen Rebels, by the way, where they lure in Jedi using the dead body of Luminara. And now that we have access to Inquisitors, like that could 100% be a thing.
That'd be really neat to see.
That would be cool
how they go about that.
You know what? That would be cool if Luminara was the surviving Jedi, and then Obi-Wan like hears her distress call, goes to try and save her, and then she gets killed. And then maybe Cal Kestis hears that call too, and maybe that's how they meet. Like,
ooh.
Yeah,
that would be 100.
Yeah.
Oh. I think the biggest drop for me would be if Cal Kestis meets Obi-Wan. I think that would be amazing.
That would be a great tie-in, and then like after like the show gets done, we end up seeing like a teaser trailer for like Like at Star Wars Celebration, the full trailer will drop for the second game we can't call it the Jedi Fallen Order 2. Wait, can you go back to that? Wait, go back to the right at the beginning. All right. Can we tell if that's a ship or a planet? Oh shoot, no.
It looks like a moon of some sort.
Looks like a small moon.
But those look nice. But those definitely look like escape pods.
We're all gonna be wrong. There's gonna be giant missiles. They're gonna hit a planet, detonate it right at the core. We're gonna be like, "Wow,
yeah,
this did not age well."
No. Okay, so this guy's sliding, and then the new Sith Inquisitor pops up with the lightsaber. Do we think that
that could be the guy who was hanging?
Yeah.
Look at his boots.
Check out the shoes. Let's see.
I don't think it's.
Can't see boots.
I don't think it's.
Right
you
there.
can barely see it. Like
it's bad lighting.
It could be a.
Look at her lightsaber though. She's got like this
yeah.
piece that jets off the top.
That is like that is the Sith Inquisitor like brand.
Yeah, because it's a.
Yeah.
She's got like a half. Oh, is it full or is it a half?
Can we talk about?
It's a full one, but it folds
Yeah.
to the side.
Yeah, it folds
like it
inward,
does in
outward.
Fallen Order.
Can we talk about
Love
how
Inquisitor lightsabers.
she like turns on her lightsaber and there's a guy right next to her just like,
Oh yeah.
like the
Look at his
lightsaber
face.
fully turns
Top of the
on.
blade.
He's just sitting there still holding his drink. Like, all right, this is a normal thing. Like, that's hilarious.
Man,
So, yeah.
can you Sith and Jedi just stop?
Dude,
I'm
look
trying
at
to
that.
enjoy my drink.
Look at that. He is just sitting there. He didn't
He's
even
going through
move.
green milk.
He's just like, all right, cool.
To be fair, like it's Tatooine.
He said I paid $8.75 for that blue milk, and I'm gonna goddamn drink it.
Alright, so what do we think that wood carved area is?
It's
Public symbol.
It's interesting because it's probably just her past, and that's why. Because like I feel like she was like a tortured person, and then Obi-Wan's gonna end up bringing her back, or she'll sacrifice herself closer to the end.
Which that kind of ties into.
Because you'll get some like flashback of like them being like a youngling or something weird like that. They know each other or something.
Matt, you look like Matt Martin from New York Island.
Not that Matt Martin, but the other Matt Martin.
What? Who's that?
Let's bring him up.
I don't shut up. No,
I'm
a Star Wars thing.
serious now.
I don't think New York Islanders is a Star Wars.
Yeah, but that would be cool. I think seeing a lot of flashbacks is going to be happening a lot.
David, I can see you comparing me to. Stop.
Can you show the picture?
Yeah, can we get that on screen? I think this is
yeah.
worth,
why are we
doing
this?
stopping this for.
He's like, I hate this.
Hi guys,
This
welcome to the
podcast
Star
is
Wars
not
Stuff
about me.
podcast, where we
Move
talk
on,
about
Matt
all
Martin?
things Star Wars and New York Islanders.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
but yeah.
I want to know. I think we'll get more of the whole backstory of how these Inquisitors came to be.
Oh.
Yeah, he told us.
Yeah, I see it.
Thank you, Colin.
Did I miss it? I'll enjoy
Yeah.
it for 2 seconds.
It's you got to be here 100% of the time. That guy.
Bro,
Just without the beard.
I don't see it.
He looks like
he's
an
a
off-brand
hockey
John
player.
Cena.
There's actually a guy from The Bachelor that looks more like him.
Yeah,
But anyways,
I wonder about that because if they're gonna show, I think Vader will kill. Like she'll do. Like we'll have. Okay, I feel there's gonna be so much stuff from Fallen Order, like the exact same scenes pop up, where it's like
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want them to follow that same plot. I want it to be like a new thing where like it won't be predictable. But he is holding what looks like a DL-44 more modified than when Han Solo did.
Is that a deal?
Looks like a DL-44 that looks modified. And I think that's Obi-Wan because we see Obi-Wan later and right. Yeah, in that next scene, he's using a blaster.
It looks really long.
Yeah, it looks like the same blaster.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
All
so
right.
that person's
So uncivilized.
So uncivilized.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You missed too. It's a terrible shot. heck?
Getting older.
He's getting older.
Oh my gosh. Doesn't even know how to use the force.
He's getting shot at. Okay,
Ooh,
so
one of those.
what creatures do you think those are?
Those birds, yeah. Those
Do you
are cool.
think? No. I don't
They're
think they're the
getting
same
blown
birds
up.
as Ahsoka's friend. I can't think of her name. but I
Some
know.
Filoni creation.
The owls that are like,
Yeah.
The
No, it's
owls
not.
are-
No,
it's not.
Condors? No, that's not.
no, it's not a condor.
Condor,
Yeah, so there's
It's a parrot.
going to be a lot happening in the show. I think it will definitely be mainly like. I think it's going to have something for everyone. I think it will have something for Clone Wars fans. I think it will have people.
That's a
for,
yellow blast. That's
for
interesting.
prequel fans.
Oh
I think
yeah.
it will have things for the original trilogy fans, like the fans for Jedi Fallen Order, Rebels. I think it's going to have. I think this show is what's going to really tie everything in again. Where if you watch Mando, it's mainly about like that 30-year gap. When this show is going to be about like just elements from all different Star Wars projects that have happened in the past.
Mm.
And there's just going to be different tie-ins. I'm so excited for this. How do you think they will deal with the flashbacks? Do you think that, it definitely won't be, him going in a back to tank like Boba did, but it will probably be something, maybe he's on he's on that cot in the cave, and then he wakes up. I could definitely see like the opening scene being a flashback of him and Anakin, and then him waking up.
I see.
You think it's going to be the kind of flashbacks or like kind of realization that when Ahsoka meets with Vader, that kind of thing? Where it's very like a very brief one, but then like things like connect, and you're like, like it's like a heat of the moment kind of thing.
I could see that happening because also Obi-Wan doesn't know that Darth Vader is Anakin. And Darth Vader doesn't know that Obi-Wan's alive.
Well,
at this point in the timeline.
Roll the dice on that one.
So in Revenge of the Sith, he does see like the holograms, and I think he hears that Palpatine calls him Lord Vader.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But he doesn't know that Anakin's still alive, though, technically, unless he knows about Darth Vader through, I don't know, Space CNN or Space Fox News or whatever.
Something that I really want to see. So in the first original Lego Star
that's
Wars
what we
game,
were asking or wondering.
Are they? Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
No, apparently.
No.
So something I could definitely see happening as well, which there's concept art that was released a long time ago for Revenge of the Sith. But in the final fight on Mustafar, Anakin and Obi-Wan were supposed to fight when they were fighting this giant, monster appeared on Mustafar, and then when they were fighting each other, they like teamed up and they fought the monster, and then they ended up fighting each other again. Do you think we could get something like that where like Vader and Obi-Wan are fighting, and then something prevents them from fighting and they have to team up in some way? Because
at the end of Bad Batch.
I would really love to see the strong reaction from Obi-Wan realizing like how powerful Vader really is. Like even like in his age, I feel like Obi-Wan is going down, whereas like I still feel like Vader is just like on this same level of like hatred and
Vader's like plateaued.
I think if we get something that like let's say like a creature completely goes and attacks him, but like it ends up being like no threat to him, and Obi-Wan has to run away. That's the kind of thing that I think would be amazing. It's like you get to see, because Vader lost the last time that they saw each other and had a fight. I would love to see it just like, whoa, like I could not deal with him in my age right now.
I can see, going back to that flashback thing, I can see like a lot of still images of like Kenobi staring into a fire, like poking at it in the middle of like the desert of Tatooine, or like there's something else I had, but like him walking through the desert or riding on a Panther or speeder or something, and then just like the flashback hits him. Who's to say?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I am just excited that we got these images and the trailer. This was like what everyone was talking about today, and it's so awesome that it's here. It's coming. It's going to be here on May 25th. And tickets for Star Wars Celebration are on sale on the 15th. So get ready for that. For all the people that were looking forward to buy tickets, because there will be an Obi-Wan Kenobi panel, and there will be and most likely they will show the second episode of the panel. So you definitely want to be there, because for like those experiences, it will last a lifetime. Because I remember us going to the 40th anniversary panel, and I just remember just being amazed by everyone in there and everything going on. So you guys definitely want to check that out. I would definitely look into tickets for Star Wars Celebration. But anyways,
and if you can't get tickets, Light Ticket Exchange is going to be activated as well. I found out. So yeah, if you can go to Celebration, there's more than one way to get there. So
you can sneak in too.
We
don't recommend
tickets are going back on sale on March 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're working, try and get your shift to to see maybe if you can get your break all at once around that time, so then you can go and buy your tickets. I know someone that I work with that was just like, yeah, I just traded my shift so I didn't have to work that day, so I could go buy my ticket. I was like, awesome, sweet. So honestly, guys, it's a wonderful experience, and Kenobi's going to be amazing. What's the number one thing that you guys want to happen, and what is one of the number one things that you're looking forward to that's going to happen in Kenobi?
Vader.
All right. Oh, there you go.
The duel. Hopefully we get something we've never seen before. Vader's fighting style. Just kind of a continuation and lead up, kind of like how Rogue One led up into A New Hope. I mean, if we get more connective tissue, even more than what I think we figure that we're getting, I would love to see stuff that would almost recontextualize what we've known from the original trilogy. That would be really cool. Hopefully it's really dynamic and clever though. So I'm just kind of hoping for I mean, it's just unbelievable, I mean, to get something this far away from the initial appearance of Obi-Wan Kenobi in 1977. And then to have all these returning actors, it's an incredible thing. And I have no idea where I'm going to watch it, because I'm going to drive to Celebration from Texas.
Yeah.
So it's going to be weird, but yeah, I'm going to find a way to watch it. I don't know, on the side of the road, I guess. I don't know.
McDonald's at 3 a.m.
At the yes, at the McDonald's.
Best place to watch. I think something else that I'm really, really hoping to see, and I think it might happen, and you guys, may disagree with me or not, but do you guys think that the lightsaber fight that Vader and Obi-Wan have is going to be better than any of the lightsaber fights that they had in the sequel trilogy? Because I think it will be, and it's going to be sad if that happens. Because
it's going to be great.
Because I remember when Daisy Ridley was advertising, where she was doing the press tour for Rise of Skywalker, and she was saying that the lightsaber fight that happens in Episode 9 is something that we've never seen before, and it is best out of all the saga. And then I remember watching it, and I was like,
what is this?
Yeah, I was like,
you lied.
So, yeah. I was like, there was no music during the fight to hype it up.
Well,
they were just
fair,
jumping
I don't think
through
she
water.
would have known the exact cut. To be fair, she probably didn't know the exact cut they went with.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know, but I mean, if you look at the Duel of Fate script, that is what was supposed to be like.
That's what I'm saying, is that it was probably that was what was filmed. She completely thought that's what it was going to be, and then afterwards she's like, oh, Oh no.
She seems a little biased, honestly. She's like, I feel like I put a lot more effort in than anyone had before.
Yeah, and it's just them jumping over water and walking through water.
A wee bit wet.
Yeah.
Without any music.
All right. So this is really cool that we are looking at the homestead. It's funny that we are getting Luke. How funny would it be if they were like, well, these are the goggles that your father wore. And trust me, he loved pod racing, and he's like, I'm gonna be a pilot someday because my dad was, and then he's just up there like that.
The question you asked about like looking forward to and what we want to see, like I think I've sold myself on wanting to see like something about Luminara and Dolly. Like I want to see where her fate ends. And she's always sort of been off kilter and sort of pushed off to the side in Star Wars. So I think it would sort of make sense to see something like that. What I'm excited to see, what I know is going to happen, more Sith Inquisitors. More Sith Inquisitors. I want to see so many more lightsaber fights with the Inquisitors. Love their blades. I'd like to see like multiple of them fighting in a room at the same time. Live action would be awesome.
That's gonna be crazy, man. I can just see Obi-Wan just taking on Vader, the Grand Inquisitor, and just everyone, and he's like back in the corner, and then all of a sudden, Cal Kestis does like a force push, and he's like, come on, old man, and then he's running, and then he's like,
that'd be amazing.
Little BD1 on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan getting help in a lightsaber fight, that would be pretty epic. That'd be something totally unexpected.
Honestly, the guy that they cast for Jedi Fallen Order is a great actor. They chose him for a reason because I think they were thinking in the future he was going to do stuff in live action because he's a great actor. He is great in Shameless. He is great in the show Gotham. He is a great actor, and I think that in Jedi Fallen Order, yes, it's a game. But there were scenes where I was just like, this feels like a movie. And he really brought that character to life. So seeing him transition into live action, I think is going to be no problem. I think when he does eventually show up, it's going to be like, whoa, this is amazing. And I think Kenobi would be a great place to bring him in.
What if instead of Cal Kestis, it's Mace Windu?
No.
I think that's too big of a...
Brooke was like, I'm playing.
No.
I don't
want any easy coincidence.
So if it's Mace Windu on Tatooine only, she's gonna hate this.
I will literally riot in the streets.
It's a hot take, but I like where your head's at.
I could see Mace.
Mace Windu with Grogu in like one of those like baby carry-on.
We were talking about Luke doing that in the final battle. In the Book of Boba Fett, where it's like Alan from The Hangover, and then it's Luke, he's got a lightsaber, and then Grogu's using the Force. I honestly would have died if we saw that, but I don't know about Mace Windu. I mean, Samuel Jackson is doing a TV series. He is doing Secret Invasion. Mace Windu could have survived. He was the second best on the Jedi Council. He was second ranked to Yoda.
Yep, that is true.
Darth Maul got cut in half. The Emperor got thrown down a shaft. Luke Skywalker got his hand cut off and fell down, and he still survived.
And Mace Windu got both.
Yeah.
He fell and he got his hand cut off.
Yeah. Saw Gerrera is basically just a walking ventilator. I mean, let's not put anything out here. If Saw Gerrera can survive for as long as he did, then
there's also a chance. There's also a chance that maybe Obi-Wan contacts Saw Gerrera as well because of he helped train him in the Clone Wars. So there's definitely a chance that that
I don't know. I feel like the last we're going to see of Saw Gerrera is probably in Rogue One.
I don't know because of the last time that we saw him, he actually voiced his character again in Star Wars Rebels. That was Forrest Whitaker, who actually played him in the Rogue One. So I could definitely see him coming back because of.
I thought the last time we saw him was in the Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That's right. He was in Fallen Order. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Dang.
It just seems like Maul fights Obi-Wan. What if Darth Maul fights Obi-Wan? So Maul won't show up. At I don't.
Here's what I think would be really cool. I don't think Maul's gonna
that.
make like a big appearance in this season because there's already we can see there's so much gonna be going on. But I think it would be so cool if at like last episode, like one of the last things we see is maybe like a tease of Maul.
What, like is like Kane hitting the desert, just like
just like they did at the end of Solo.
Yeah, there will not be.
No, please.
Tease me twice.
Oh my goodness! No. So the reason why I don't think that's gonna happen is because of Maul doesn't know that Kenobi's alive until Rebels. So I think if Maul shows up, it will be him in a prison cell where he's under the jurisdiction of the Empire.
That Kenobi's alive. They can just be a tease to be like, hey, remember this guy? Like,
I could see him.
He's running Crimson Dawn now.
I could see like Vader interrogating him. I could definitely see that.
Yeah,
like,
that seems more.
I'm a character that I think that I want to show up the most, and I think has the most validity right now. It's Cal. Like I legitimately think that he could show up
more than Ahsoka. He makes more
sense. I mean, I really don't want Ahsoka to be the person that they just bridge everything with. Like she just shows up in everything, and then they're like, "Well,
yes,
you know this
best.
character."
Yeah,
I just don't want to get like, I don't want Tatooine to be Ahsoka.
I feel like they're over
Ahsoka, like Tatooine Ahsoka, please.
I feel like them being overused is a pretty valid argument whenever you're talking about Star Wars, because I'm sure like executives and storyboard writers are thinking the same thing. Like, all right, we've used Ahsoka in like the last 5 series. We probably should like take a break for a minute.
Something else I was just thinking, which would be awesome, is have they released who's directing every episode? Like I mean, if it's the same person throughout the entire series, David?
Yeah, Deborah Chow. She's directing all 6 episodes.
How crazy would it be if like maybe George Lucas like directed like one of the last episodes? Because it's like John Williams is coming back and doing the music for this character, and it's just like how great would it be if like George Lucas was like, all right, I will direct one of these episodes, and because of Kenobi was important to him. Anakin, like Darth Vader, was very important to George Lucas. Like
I wouldn't doubt if he's advising, but if he was directing, I would be very surprised because I'm pretty sure he doesn't touch anything. But he does, like executive producer. Yeah. Sure, I don't see him fully producing an episode on his own that isn't touched by someone else.
He was also heavily involved in the Clone Wars. Him and Dave Filoni were working side by side in that series, like 24/7. Like that was also like as much as that is Dave Filoni's baby. That show is also George Lucas. Like he was like the mentor to Dave Filoni.
George Lucas's son.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I would love if George came back. But I'm excited to see what John Williams does as Obi-Wan's theme. Because just in the trailer, hearing Duel of Fates and Battle of Heroes in this trailer was so hype, man. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, I don't think it's at that level of where they were used. Were they using bounty hunters at this time to locate any like Jedi left, or is it only Inquisitors? Because I was saying, like, I'm pretty sure we're
bounty hunters can be used for anything. Bounty hunters can definitely be used for anything. I think it would be great to see, as Brooke is going to hate this, but I would love to see maybe young Boba Fett or something like that. I think like a classic bounty hunter that we didn't
He'd get more screen time in this one than he did in his own show.
I don't know. I think it's a bit of a stretch to say that we're going to see bounty hunters. I feel like the entirety of Star Wars for the past couple of years has been plagued by a lot of bounty hunters. Plus, I just don't feel like they have any place in this story because no matter what they do, they are gonna get overshadowed by the Inquisitors, by the people with lightsabers.
Well, how about you have Obi-Wan go to that whatever planet, and he's like, I should hire like a bounty hunter for like information. He talks to a bounty hunter for information, and
information. I know what I would love to see. I would love to see Dex.
Oh. Yeah, dude, you know how funny that would be. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Kenobi, my old buddy. It's good to see you again.
Let's shoot. Dex,
Go,
please.
Camino Saber Dart.
Oh, that there is from a Sith Inquisitor. It's like, what? I don't know about this. Who are you?
That'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my goodness! That honestly would probably be one of the highlights of the series, though.
That'd be amazing.
Because I remember seeing him in Attack the Clones, and I was like, "Who is this guy, man? Like what is going on?"
Floppy.
He owns his diner. This guy clearly has a mustache, and I'm just like, "This is great!" Like what? And and then we see like his buff, like
pulls up his pants in the back, his like overalls.
We like see his buff cousin in the Clone Wars, like Pong Krell. It's not really his cousin, he's using it as a joke. But then we see Pong Krell, who's like this like built guy, like huge, And it's just funny to like.
He was a dope villain.
Honestly, never made the connection that was the Zeme species.
What?
Yeah.
I never thought about it. Why would I connect those two?
They look exactly alike.
Telling me you're not.
Oh, he's got a little bit more weight on to him though.
Obi-Wan. Take a seat. I'll be right
Those
with you.
hands are huge.
Basilisk. That's what their species is. They're basilisks.
That sounds a lot like a
It
bass.
does sound like basilisk. Don't get confused.
So the planet that the water planet from Jedi Fallen Order is called Nur. Nur was a water moon located in the Mustafar system of the galaxy's outer rim territories. That was home of the heavily secured underwater fortress, Inquisitor. I'm not gonna pronounce that.
Inquisitorius.
Thank you. But yeah, I could definitely see being that planet.
It's wet.
I don't know. Yeah. All right. So we heard David's and Mason's, Matt and Brooke. What's the number one thing that you're anticipating to see, like of something you really want to see, and what do you think is going to happen?
It's a very loaded question. I don't know. I want to see all of it.
That's true.
I mean, I'm excited to like
The Jedis.
I'm always just excited to get more information with Star Wars, like, fill in those gaps. So like honestly, I'm just excited for that, and just like this period right here, I think is so fascinating.
It's so dark. It is the prime of the Empire. This is like when the Empire is in its prime. This is when Darth Vader is in his prime. So that fight that Obi-Wan and Vader are gonna have, like Vader's gonna be so full of rage, and when he finds out it's Kenobi, like he's gonna be like full out like,
oh yeah,
like
God.
Destructive than we've ever seen.
Cannot wait for the one-liners from Vader. I cannot wait for the one-liners.
Oh come on, you know Obi-Wan's gonna have some good lines as well.
Oh, of course.
The Sass King over here.
He has to say hello there.
Your age.
He has to say hello there, and then there has to be some type of joke with the high ground. I think there will definitely be one of those, and I think they'll because of something that they've been doing recently is like Star Wars has been kind of like, you know, they've been admitting to their like kind of jokes because of, and Mandalorian, fine example, and throughout that show they like talk about the holiday special, and it was like, oh okay, so it's just like, you know, the high ground and stuff like that. I could definitely see them like kind of going after the memes. Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be so cool, guys. I'm
Do we
excited.
know if James Earl Jones would come back as Vader?
Liam Neeson, James
like
Earl Jones.
I hope so.
Is that
I just
confirmed?
can't imagine the voice being anyone else.
Yeah.
Like, just,
Yeah, is that?
I would be upset if
no?
it wasn't James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones came back and did the voice of Vader for Star Wars Rebels. Like it's
and
of course he
no
would come back.
He
for
did?
Rebels.
He
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
That was him?
There's parts of it where he didn't, but
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say like the first time I saw him, I was like,
Ian McDermott also voiced the Emperor in Rebels as well. Yeah. Because of a lot of the movie actors came back because Disney was like, hey, we
money.
let people in. But But yeah, Liam Neeson. Do we think he's going to show up as a Force ghost, or do you think he's going to just show up as a
Isn't it in like expanded universe that he never finished that part of the training, but he is like
right?
He's not physical,
it's
but
canon
he's
actually.
It is canon.
Yeah, it's canon in Clone Wars. He didn't finish his training, so he's just a voice. So the argument is he can't come back as a Force ghost because he didn't finish his training.
Right.
So all we're gonna hear is a voice of Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon. So, which I hope they kind of find a way around that and just have him on screen as a Force ghost.
No, I don't
that's
think
kind of what everyone's expecting.
Right. And you know what? Liam Neeson also showed up for the arc in the Clone Wars. Like, actually, he showed up for 2 arcs in the Clone Wars. So it's like, of course, these main actors will come back. I would be blown away if they were like, nah, I'm good. When it's like, it's live action. Like, more like, credits. Come on.
Yeah, and the thing with James Earl Jones is he can record the dialogue, but they have the respeecher technology where they can take the voices and make them sound like the original 1977 track.
Yeah, because they ended up doing that for Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll get the best artificial Vader voice that we've ever heard.
Yep. Fingers crossed, because that one is just so impossible to try and do right.
Yes.
Every Star Wars game that involves Vader has tried to do it, and
it just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gosh, look at those outfits.
Yeah.
Great job. I know I say this a lot, but great job, like costuming department. Like I see you. I see your work. I know how many hours went into that. Oh my god. Don't you look at that leather work.
Costumes are great. Makeup is lacking, in my opinion. But we'll
I meant specifically like the outfits.
Okay. Yep. I'll agree with you. Oh my gosh, elephant! The elephant rave party time. I love that. I don't know what's the species called. I forget.
No idea.
What? From the episode 9. It's the elephant species thing. The one that raised the one with the planet with Lando.
Oh, where they have the big celebration?
Yeah, it's that.
Oh.
It's the elephant thing. Yeah. It's a pig elephant. I don't know what it's called. It's that.
That's where we're going to title the episode.
Not seeing the same thing.
Aki.
That person?
There we go.
Oh, okay. Is it now? Interesting.
Don't quote me on it.
I'm almost for sure it's that thing, right?
I thought that was his freaking nose.
No, I don't think that's the same alien, but
it's not? Okay.
I don't think so.
It ain't me, man. I don't know the answer to this question.
I feel like it looks like the young one that she talked to.
Yeah, it does look like the young one. It doesn't look like the older one.
It doesn't look like the older ones. Maybe that's like a preteen, Like, I don't know. I don't know how much they age.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would like to see how Sith Inquisitors forge their lightsabers. Or if they even do, or if they're just like
requisition. Can we see one of them bleed a kyber crystal? Have we ever seen that before?
We haven't seen that live action. We have seen that in the comics. And we've heard about it in the novels, but we've never seen that live action. I don't think we've seen
really cool to see.
I think something that we might see in the Ahsoka series is like of a flashback of Ahsoka turning her
unbleeding. I hope so.
I like to see like Dave Filoni play like a stormtrooper or something. I want to see.
He like played a pilot. I mean, it's
that's
possible.
probably Filoni and Lucas right there, stormtrooper.
Yeah, there they are.
No, those guys look too skinny.
Yeah, but I would like to see that.
You got a plus size
series. Why do you think their lightsabers spin?
Why is that stormtrooper wearing a hat?
Because they think it looks intimidating.
It's wearing a cowboy hat.
He is a teenager, yeah. Honestly, he's probably like in his 20s at that point. Like after the 10-year, at that point,
he's off doing 13,
And thanks so much, Felipe, for subscribing to YouTube.
Yeah, man, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, Felipe. But screw you. Oh man, What do we think is that? And so in that shot underwater, out the window, do we think that's like a ship underwater, or do we think that's another part of the underwater base?
It's a part of the one underwater base because, like, it is in.
Yeah.
You're confident.
Well, we're almost for sure that it's the same planet as it is in Fallen Order.
You can see
and
the
Fallen
sort
Order
of
looks exactly like this.
Yeah.
shape of it. It does look like part of the base. Like you can see some
I
support beams in the background.
The base, yeah.
And then you can see to the top left, very top left corner of the screen, how it ridges up and flattens out like a base.
I think,
you guys, it's a UFO.
Yeah, I think Josh is right. I think there's going to be a lot of tie-ins and comparisons to Jedi Fallen Order. I think that will be a huge thing, and I think that will be the foreshadowing that like Cal Kestis makes a cameo.
It's in the bottom.
I really, really want that to happen. Like I'm manifesting it right now that Cal Kestis is going to show up.
Maybe that's him right there.
That would make me cry. I think that'd make everyone real sad. Like
that would be really sad.
Yeah,
they have so much potential to use.
But that would answer why. That would answer why maybe that droid in Book of Boba Fett is BD-1 because Cal Kestis died, and then the entire time,
absolutely not.
A BD-1 has been wandering the
galaxy. Oh no! Don't make that into existence.
Wow.
If Cal Kestis dies, and I have to see a sad BD-1. I'm killing everyone in this room, and then I'm killing myself.
Oh, jeez.
Is anyone in that room with him?
If I hear any sad beeps out of BD-1.
I wonder if we'll see ISB agents. I'm very curious about that. Makes sense. Like I feel like an ISB agent wouldn't be too out of place.
Callus would be really cool.
Yeah,
I would love to
Callus
see.
in particular. I was gonna say that, but that feels like a hot take because Callus is pretty much solely on like Lothal, right? Like that's kind of his thing.
Well, they didn't start yet. Well, so
we may see a new one. I feel like we'll see a new one.
Something that I could see happening is, and this was fan casting, but the guy who played John Walker in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. People did a lot of side-by-side comparisons of him and Callus, and I could definitely see him. I could definitely see
sideburns.
Yeah. Who's his dad? Who's his like dad's like a fit. It's Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
He looks like his dad. He just has more ears.
That's actually the last thing Walt Disney said when he died.
Kurt Russell.
Yep.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I remember that. It was written,
He's like, I have
right?
no
He wrote it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
They're like, I have no idea. He's like, I have no idea why.
Who's the killer?
You know what? I might just do that when I die. Just spark some like
Colin Weaver.
It'll don't do it. Any and every way.
Oh God.
So yeah, Liam writes in any chance of R2 or 3PO if Jimmy Smits is returning. I think all three of them are going to be in this some way, somehow.
Yeah.
If we get young Leia, yeah, we're going to get R2, 3PO.
I'm thinking that new droids show that because for the past couple of months, Anthony Daniels has been, posting pictures of him going to exotic places. And then he also posted a picture of him wearing like a mocap suit as well. So I could definitely see him. Obi-Wan is going to the, oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Love it. Love it. He's like, I deserve to party. I've been through enough.
That song is actually fire. I actually really enjoy this song.
He's a festival goer now.
Yeah.
Put that in the car.
Yeah, but no. Oh man, no. There is so many possibilities for this show, and I love doing theories. And it's just funny when like some theories don't come to be. And then some of the theories are like spot on.
What's that one say, Brooke?
I'm trying to read it. It's written kind of funny.
Is it written backwards?
Uno. Of course, it all makes sense now.
It might say, I'm not going to lie to you. Is that milk?
Whoa. The milk factory.
Wow.
And it's green.
Fine.
It's written in a slightly like a less what's the word I'm looking for?
Right.
Less angular
Different
font,
font.
like it's more curved. Sometimes. It's hard to-
Do we think that Hondo could make a cameo because of
No.
Hondo and no? Okay.
Because I think that's okay.
Brooke's like no.
I feel like Hondo is so separated from this story. Like, I feel like he's light years away. He's on Glee Ansem, enjoying.
Hondo should have happened in Book of Boba Fett.
No.
I think Hondo should have definitely made a cameo in that.
I don't know. With this new planet, I wouldn't doubt he's doing something in the galaxy. He could be at that planet doing something shady.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be a serious
we saw
cameo.
her
I
in
think
the
it would just be
behind
like
the
him
scenes
in
photos when they
passing.
were first starting shooting
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
We saw her in his uniform.
Yeah, and this is
All
clearly
flat.
the hills of California where they shot that one Mandalorian episode.
Are you talking about the one where that person on TikTok was confused and was just
Yeah.
like,
that's hilarious.
I see people
Ooh, pause it
cosplaying
there,
and filming
pause it there.
stuff, and then it ends up being like
Let's back a little bit.
from episode 6.
Who is that kid?
Back a little
That's
bit. If you
Billy
could,
Joe
the scene
Armstrong.
before this one. Could you rewind a little bit? Okay, right there. Stop. I love that guy's hat. That like Japanese style looking. Look
I
at
love
that.
that
It
guy's
looks so
hat, man.
good.
It's so detailed.
But okay, no. But like,
Enhance.
does that not sort of seem like pseudo, like feudal Japanese fashion? Is that going to be this?
Are we
planet's
not
thing?
talking about the?
Well, this is like Hong Kong, as we've been told from before.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, right.
So
Hong Kong.
it has
I
a
love-
Hong Kong influence, kind of like that Blade Runner-esque, where it has there's a fusion of Asian culture and
Yes.
American type culture. So you can see that like throughout this place in
Cyberpunky.
the shots. Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned that, Mason, because that's our next giveaway. That hat.
Oh, is that hat? Oh, sweet. Oh, I'm gonna put in for that. All right.
You can't. Sorry.
Don't they sell that hat actually at
Coachella. Yeah.
Disney World?
Oh.
No.
What? I've never seen that.
Or
What?
maybe I'm thinking of another
No,
part.
no.
I'm thinking of Six
No.
Flags. Yeah, they sell it at Six Flags.
Some people can wear hats very similar to that, but it's not for like where the public can actually buy them.
But who is this actress that's playing this Inquisitor, though? No one's talking about that.
Who is this Inquisitor?
Do we think it's the who's the girl Sith Inquisitor that's played by the actor who played Daphne from Scooby-Doo? I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, I forget.
Seventh Sister.
Seventh Sister.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that too.
Do we think it's her when she's not wearing like the triangle
Vader-esque
thing?
helmet?
Yeah.
Could be.
Oh,
Looks very similar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
because
see.
Wait.
I see Josh's face of confusion.
Wait. Sorry, hold on.
Or that mask opens up and we see her face, and I pretty distinctly remember her having like marks on her cheeks.
I think she
that we would
does.
be able to see from
She
this
has some
angle,
marking.
right?
That's
Hey,
that's
I feel like she's
Airbrush reader.
because whatever those like pieces are like in the back, I'm trying to figure out what they are.
Is that how you spell
the-
airbrush?
Yeah.
Oh, it just looks weird spelled out like that.
Like what are these like tendril things that she has in the back?
It
That's what
looks
I'm
like
trying to
Minnie
figure out.
LeCoux, like from a
Is it kind
Twilight.
of like, oh my gosh, what's her name?
They go
Oh,
down,
wait.
but then they split
Yeah.
off.
The
So now
other
it's, like,
Jedi.
confusing.
That
Yeah.
That's what I'm
girl.
looking at. I'm like, interesting.
It could be
I
her.
don't think it's the Seventh Sister.
Yeah, I think it's a different.
I
size.
just would like to
I think
see
it's
her
something
face,
different.
and then if we see her face, I could see it happening. But there are two Sith Inquisitors that we haven't seen before, so that means most likely
They'll
at least
die and
her
be replaced.
probably won't make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old would Cal Kestis be if he was in this show?
He would probably be in his late 20s. Wait, no. I'm sorry. He
This
would
is
be
10 years after Order 66.
Yeah, so
five
it was like 13, so he'd be like
5 years of Jedi Fallen Order, so most likely
Early 20s. Yeah, it wasn't wrong.
Early
early
20s?
20s.
Oh, okay. I just see this kid.
What is that in the background there?
it's a
Does
light.
that look like a glowing? It looks like a glowing thing of gelatin, like just like poking out. Like someone just left their like gelatin.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
the
a
white
lead.
stapler.
Yeah.
I'll put my calculator in Jello again.
All right, so
Not Ned.
here's the droid, Ned.
He looks like a Ned.
He's got
Do
a
we think it
declassified
stands?
guide, you know.
Do we think it stands for something?
His name?
Doesn't it always?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually true. Wondering. I wonder, because do you think this is like a scrapyard thing that like
navigate?
Look how dirty that stormtrooper is.
Navigation.
Dirty boy.
Explorer droid?
Yeah.
Something along to that? I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah.
That was just a guess. I would flip out if we watched the show and that ends up being it. I would be
Where's
like,
your
oh! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and why do we pan down?
Wait.
I like that butt.
Can
I'm
we go
wondering
back?
what is this?
Wait,
like, this armor?
yeah.
The hammer?
Yeah.
No.
No, his
armor
on the
looks
inside of
cool.
his arm.
Is
Yeah,
it
I know
gold
the
on the
gauntlet.
armor?
It's
Also, why
gold.
do we
There's
think
like
the
blue.
Stormtrooper is important? Is it Kenobi
Blue,
dressed as a trooper?
Gray.
Ooh, it could be, Brooke. That's a good theory.
Could it be what?
Kenobi inside of
Kenobi
that.
dressed as a trooper.
That's not Kenobi's butt.
I don't. Do we?
When have we ever seen
Oh
it?
wait,
It's
guys!
in
Wait!
I would know.
Wait! Keep playing it. Is that the droid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the droid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Because
Droid
at
and a
first I
stormtrooper
thought it was a stormtrooper. If you look,
That doesn't look like stormtrooper armor though.
yeah.
It's different.
If you look, there's like a wire coming out of his right bottom lip.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
That's
It's-
definitely a mechanical hand.
Is he
It's
wearing it?
C-3PO. We finally see him go unhinged. We're gonna see 3PO just absolutely murdering some stormtroopers with
Can
that.
we get the red eyes?
Pretty
Too.
sure Ned
Feel
Yeah.
unleashed.
knocked out that stormtrooper.
He's holding a hammer of some
and took
sort.
his armor.
So I'm waiting for the droid just to like.
So he's like, it's more Jedi in hiding, and then they get like stormtroopers at the door, and like Ned's working on whatever, and he's like, "Oh no, I haven't heard any people come around. Like, are you sure? We've gotten reports." And then like he does this hammer thing. That's the scene. I can already guarantee it. It's in my head. That's how I'm seeing it.
I'm thinking of Scott Pilgrim scene where his girlfriend comes over and he jumps out the window. He's like, "Oh, he's not here right now."
Oh, he just left.
Yeah, sorry. I'm beat him with a hammer.
Look at that jump.
Whee.
Neom.
Oh man.
All right, come on. Use it to fly. Use that double-bladed lightsaber to fly, please. I'm begging you. I want to see it.
I guess this
It's like
means that we
force
actually
pulling him
get,
into it.
we're gonna be able to go. Imagine just the merchandise of like what's gonna come out of this series. We're finally gonna get that at Galaxy's Edge, that saber. Finally.
Oh,
Yeah.
how much is that going to cost? Like $500?
Wonder if it'll be motorized.
Well, they just
How
dropped the
cool would
one
that be?
in. They do like special editions, but they just dropped that his lightsaber as the guard.
Oh yeah. The
The Temple Guard
the
lightsaber.
Temple
Yeah,
Guard.
Temple Guard. Yeah, his
Temple
like
Guard
folding one.
lightsaber. It can
Yeah.
fold like Rey's does.
Yeah.
Like
Evil
Dark
Rey.
Side Rey and
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker because
I
of
saw
her
that.
lightsabers.
Do they have Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber from A
No,
New
they
Hope?
don't, and I think it will come out. I think it definitely will. That will be a hot piece. I really want that.
They can
one.
barely
I-
keep them in the shelves anyway.
I think that should be our giveaway.
I'm gonna
yeah, to
implore
me,
new
'cause
rules
I'm
about,
getting
what do they call
I'm
them?
getting that one.
People that buy a lot of things. Scalpers. Yeah, we got to make
Dang,
new rules about those
scalpers
little
are-
scalpers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take all of their head, not just their scalps.
Okay. Okay.
Going
well,
down.
Matt, you're suspended. No, I'm just kidding.
They're gonna be suspended.
No, this is on brand. This is on brand for today. I think we're all a little unhinged.
Yeah.
We woke up and chose.
I'm so
violence
tired of
today.
scalpers. That's just it.
Who was there's an actor that's playing a Jedi and they have a new lightsaber. They were talking about having a new lightsaber.
Oh,
in this
yeah.
series.
He was
Seth
not
Rogen,
in the trailer.
He's not in the trailer that I know of. So
No.
it makes me they said
Oh.
they had a whole new lightsaber and they're talking about having a new lightsaber. It's the same actor, I think, is the one that plays the cheetah dude in Hellboy. I'm almost for sure it's that same actor guy.
Are
Yeah,
we also talking about the guy that was in in Lost?
Yes,
Are they
that guy. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
cool.
yes, that one.
Okay.
All right. So
The
he
Korean
could be a
guy.
surviving Jedi, I guess.
This is news to me.
Yeah, news to me as
I know.
well.
I haven't heard any about this.
David, what are you
Cheetah
talking
guy?
about? Yeah. Hang on.
What's his
He was
name?
in
What's his
Lost?
name in Lost?
Yeah.
I know, like
Scorpio.
Dominic Monaghan was in Lost, and that's the only Star Wars connection to Lost I know. And J.J. Abrams directed the first episode.
Is this Lost?
I'm lost.
Hang on.
We're all a bit lost here. Any chance of Cassian showing up? He has his own show, so he's going to show up there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a collective from the Star Wars Stuff podcast. Sorry, Felipe.
Yeah, maybe. Oh
no. It's the dude from Fast and Furious. And
You're looking at him right there, Sun King.
You know what helped us defeat the Sith Inquisitors? Family.
Well, I don't know why they say that they have like a whole new lightsaber for it.
I think they're talking about seeing live action for the first time.
Well, he has one of those helicopter lightsabers as well. We see in the council meeting underwater.
I want to see. I want a scene where we end up seeing all of the Sith Inquisitors next to each other, and then I can just see someone making like a weird like kind of band, like a band poster of all of them because of just them all together. They all look obscure. Josh, who is the Sith Inquisitor that you fight on Kashyyyk? In Jedi Fallen Order.
The big one?
Is it the second sister?
Yeah.
The huge one?
Yeah, okay.
You cut her arms off?
That would have been so cool to see in live action. There's a
comic book that explains the where she's from and how far. I wonder how deep that connects, and it would be interesting to see. Yeah. These are the only,
yeah. Inquisitorious. That's my favorite band from Star Wars.
Yeah.
I love their Becoming Darkness album. Oh my god.
Grandmaster's gained some weight.
Look, see how all their blades are slightly different? I do think they forged their own blade because each Inquisitor blade has its own little bits of personality.
But why are they all?
Oh my gosh. I just noticed that the one with the full face helmet is not wearing shoes.
Yeah,
and I'm incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh no!
I hate that so much. That's very random. Look at it.
They use them like monkey feet to grab onto sides of structures. And stuff like that.
Oh no!
I could have lived my whole life without that realization.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. That's uncomfy. Why does he wear a helmet but not shoes or gloves?
Right?
Gotta use the feet.
Around normally.
They use the feet. They use them in the fight. You see them. He uses them to grab onto things.
I could see them all showing up at the same time, all doing the helicopter move. They all land and it's like, Kenobi, stop! And it's just like, is this the Power Rangers? Is this another Power Ranger?
I have a.
Okay,
so,
can someone please put that on the bingo card of just one of them flying, please?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, please do.
Yeah.
Yes, please put that on there.
Okay, all right. So
this is apparently every single Inquisitor in canon.
Okay,
right
so
that's alive at this point.
Can we just cut out the middle and make
okay.
our own band of these Inquisitors?
Yeah. We have new ones.
Okay,
but...
so there's Bill Valen, like Val Halen. That's all right, it's a rip off. It's fine. Fifth brother, second sister, Grand Inquisitor, seventh sister, the one guy that gets killed by Maul, and then the other two, I don't know.
Correct, you got it. Bingo.
There you go.
That's a bingo.
The one is from Fallen Order. The one on the bottom, second from the right?
I don't think that's her. I think
you don't think so.
It looks like the same species.
It's the same species, but she was more orange.
They're not.
That one's more the same color of the one.
Are they?
I don't know.
It's the same thing that it's the same species of the one that's in what's the girl's name in episode 7, I believe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's laying down and it's got the girl that's dressed in that skin tight black laying on him. It's the same species as that. Whatever that is, I'm not sure.
Are they Abyssian? Maybe similar features, kind of. Like if the horns are covered up.
The ninth sister, like
ninth sister. Her skin. Matt and I are looking at the picture. She does look a bit more. Well, I don't know.
She was kind of like a baby Rancor.
It could just be a difference, but in like this is the video game and that's drawn.
I'm almost for sure it is because they have like the same type of helmet.
It's this.
Okay,
it's the same facial structure. Like I don't think they can see it right now.
Oh, you can't see it. What am I doing? Never mind.
And there's the actor playing the Grand Inquisitor Kenobi.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's the guy.
They did not do him any justice.
I really think wow. Jason Isaacs should have played him.
I think as well. Like Jason Isaacs, like his facial structure, I think it would have been a much better match.
I think that would have been perfect. His like voice was great for it. He's a great actor. He's got experience in live action. For people who don't know who I'm talking about, he's the guy who played Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potters.
He's got the same lip thing, so I mean, this works for me.
Oh, yup, right there. Lips, perfect. Let's hire him.
For me, it's all about the nose. So I guess you just gotta find what you're good at working with.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Right, that would have been.
That would have been perfect. His like voice was like perfect for that role. So it's, and I don't know, because of and then the other thing that Jason Isaacs had something going for him is that he's played a villain before, and I don't know this guy playing him. I've never heard of him until he was cast. I was like, oh, okay. I was really hoping he was going to be Jason Isaacs because he has a long history of playing like this like villainous character. Mm-hmm. And all I had to do was transition what he did in, for voice acting into live action. It would have been perfect. So I think that was a missed opportunity, and I'm curious why they didn't go with it. But the other thing, I guess when the trailer kind of shows that it's not his voice either, so that's kind of a bummer too.
Will we get to see Tashi Station? Will we finally get to see Tashi Station?
We already did see Tashi Station and a Book of Boba Fett, yeah.
Oh, it's never said in name. However, who confirmed that?
It was a deleted scene from A New Hope. No joke. It was the same structure, like of like everything in the room.
So it's not confirmed, but it's as confirmed as it could be.
It is confirmed. Yeah,
the internet basically confirmed it.
Yeah. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Will we finally get to see Luke pick up those power converters?
He's like 10 he's 10 at this point. He's not going anywhere.
How much do you think they'll do like with Luke in this series? Like, do you think that they're gonna focus at all on him growing up or no?
No.
I don't think much. I think there's gonna be too much going on around him.
That's what I hope. But I want to know why these Inquisitors decided to go to this like lame place so bad.
And then fail to discover the person that would most benefit them, being Luke.
Yeah, I know. Like, what are they feeling that they're like, yeah, Luke is here? Mm-hmm. Are you like, they just feel that in the Force? Or do they
they're
have
hunting
someone...
Jedis.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking a Jedi actually tracked down Obi-Wan, and I think they're hunting that Jedi, and it just so happens that Obi-Wan's on the same planet. I think personally that's the way it's going to go down.
That would make sense because of the holocron, and they're like, that was the last holocron that they saw. But that is cool. Do you think we'll actually see that holocron be played? Like someone open it and like be able to play it?
That seems to be a trend that happens. I wouldn't put it off to the side. Like, it doesn't seem too unrealistic to expect. Like, we see that holocron a lot.
They can sell more at Galaxy's Edge, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Merchandising.
May the force be with you.
Well, does anybody have any other theories they want to discuss? I think we I don't know if you guys have more to talk about.
No, not that I know.
We've been talking about a trailer for an hour and a half. I just want to say that.
Well, yeah, because this has been the most anticipated
there's
thing.
There's so much. It's almost a 2-minute trailer too. It's pretty huge.
Yeah.
So that's just a lot.
What was the other things that were that I know it was a Disney investors call, so there was like a bunch of different other stuff in there. What other Marvel stuff was dropped? Like, what other stuff? Was there any future Star Wars projects that they talked about or announced that no one's talking about? Or were they like, hey, you know?
They mentioned Andor, and they showed the logo, and then they showed the trailer.
What? They did show the trailer. Okay.
Yeah, they showed it live in that investor call. It was really weird. They hadn't done that before in the past. Usually it's been just a phone call, but they had like a whole presentation, and it seemed like they recorded a lot of stuff beforehand.
Oh, okay.
So it was a little different.
Okay, so no one saw the actual trailer, like of the public, right?
Not yet that we know of, I don't think.
Yeah, because I was gonna say no one's talking.
That would just take away from like more viewership. That would be would be so stupid. So when do you think the actual trailer will drop? This is just a teaser.
They actually showed a lot in this teaser. I think they showed a lot in it. I don't want them to be dropping trailers left and right. That's my only thing that now I'm afraid of because of something that they've done in the past. It's like it's always a month before. And
May 4th. May 4th is the best date to drop that sucker.
May 4th will get everyone hyped. Yeah. I could see them like in that maybe teasing Vader, like Vader turning on his lightsaber or something, and then that's the end of it. Like I could definitely see them doing that. Watto.
I didn't even think about that.
A Watto cameo would be like.
Yeah, it's like what happened to the Toydarians? They go extinct or something?
Yeah, that dude's old as heck. No.
Doesn't something major happen to Toydaria? I feel like something like pretty major happened to Toydaria.
That would be hilarious.
Would Watto even care that much?
They are not extinct because of
there's one in Galaxy's Edge.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. That is true.
Over the toy shop.
Well, she's been there for like forever. So
they like still exist. I would be seeing. Okay, so fan service is great, but a lot of people were very concerned when Mando season 1 was coming out because of from that like small clip celebration that they showed. People were like there was a lot of fan service, and fan service is great, but if you just overdo it with it, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, because it's like you don't want to like have the same thing. It's like, for example, for Force Awakens, good starts the movie, but there's so many elements of A New Hope in it. Like no joke, it was like the last part of the movie was them trying to blow up a space station, which is exactly what they did in A New Hope.
Well, I feel like we've swapped on to the nostalgia years has now gone to prequels. So we're in that prequels era of now pulling out from all of our nostalgia stuff. So I think this will be full of it on that kind of nostalgia side. I don't think there'll be too many new elements. It'll be interesting to see this era from what is now going to be canon, because there's so many books about what happens after this and then this time period. So it's going to be interesting to see what they keep and change, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they're hitting up the prequels big time for people of a certain age. Because when they were kids, now they're adults. So
that is true. Man, I love the prequels. Grew up on them. I liked them even when they weren't popular. Can't wait. Gotta love Star Wars.
Is there anything else? Well, okay. Well, I guess something we didn't talk about was really like the Clone Wars, flashbacks. How extent do you think will be on those? Do you think it will be where they'll be in a battle or something, and then we see them like banter afterwards?
I want what you said. I want a full episode now.
I honestly think they could do it. I think it would blow everyone away. I think it would be incredible for them to have like a filler episode where it just throws everyone off, and the episode starts off of the Clone Wars. like the actual logo and like the actual sound, and then you like, hear a galaxy divided, like Tom Kane like comes back and like voices like a whole different thing, and that would be amazing because of Tom Kane's
I want to see
for a while.
half of an episode of them going back and reliving a Clone Wars episode, and then the next half of the episode is them fighting each other.
Yeah.
Like that half and half, that split where it's like them going through the Clone Wars together, cut, them like.
I want to see live action like battle damaged Vader too, like from Force Unleashed, where Star Killer and him are fighting, and like Vader's armor is just like ripped apart, and like half of his helmet is gone. We like kind of saw that in Rebels, but I was like, I want to see more. But
do you think we're gonna get him in his taking off his helmet in the like meditation?
I think we will. I think
definitely,
we will definitely
meditation.
see. I think we will definitely see Hayden, like in costume. Besides what we see him as Anakin, like when he's Vader, I think we'll definitely see him at some point where like he's like battle damage, or we'll see him in the back to tank having a flashback. I think a big like Luke Skywalker moment too, which I think a lot of people are suspecting, would be Vader can't sleep sometimes because he has nightmares about Padme. Natalie Portman showing back up for something
that would be pretty fun.
That would be crazy, and I think that could definitely happen because of she's like, hey, I'm coming back to Thor.
I was gonna say,
don't you for a small cameo, might as well do it. So I could definitely see them doing that.
They do have a volume. They do have a volume in Australia where I think they shot Thor, right?
Oh yeah.
Cameo as a flashback, or cameo as
like a dream sequence, like very vague.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool. I like
because that. Of the entire time for a long time, and including between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, Vader is dealing with Padme still, because there's the whole comic arc, which Rey would be all over this right now if she was here, that involves the character Sabe.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in seeing if they do anything like that towards the future.
But I could definitely see like where we see Vader like in action for the first time in the show, and he's fighting and he's about to kill someone, and then he sees like a kind of image or like kind of vision of like Padme just standing there and kind of like maybe like haunting him and glaring at him like during battle or something like that. For people, all right. So for example, in Spider-Man Amazing, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Peter keeps seeing Gwen Stacy's dad, like just kind of randomly when like he's like stopping crime and stuff. I could see Padme definitely doing that, where she's not like a Force ghost, but she's more of like a vision there. So it's like he looks
like Han Solo memory,
yeah, something like that, but it's just in his mind that he's seeing. So it's like he's haunted by her, and I think that would be a really big.
And the main person to bring it up would be Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I could see them fighting. Cool. Oh my gosh, I could see him fighting and being like,
"You turned her against me."
Yeah, of being like, "You have no soul. You killed your own wife," and he's like, "No," and then you see like Force lightning come out or something like that, where like we never seen Vader like.
Force lightning him, so then that's
my gosh, bro, that would be crazy. Yeah, I could just see like Obi-Wan and Vader just dealing with this. It is like seeing the most hated person like in your life, and then seeing them and then being like, you have nothing to lose. Like that's exactly what these fights are going to be, where they're like, I have nothing to lose here. Let's fight. Let's go. Like that's exactly what's going to happen. Like they won't even care about the stakes. I think they'll be fighting, and then Obi-Wan will feel like, I like have to do this like justice. Lore Tega will be starting a church. Someone's actually preaching like, hey, do you have a minute?
Door like Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, Lore Santeca is a young man.
Yeah,
Lore Santeca is the guy we see hanging in the beginning of the trailer.
No. So Lore Teka is the guy that gets killed by Kylo in in Force Awakens. Yeah.
Do you think we'll see the Halcyon in Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh, jeez.
Yes. Oh my God. You know what? I bet you on this planet, it's gonna be like a ticket. It's gonna be like, hey, you want to go? You should go on this. It's gonna be like that, as in the background.
That would be. I could see them doing it because of then what would happen. People would be like, they mentioned it in Kenobi. I gotta go.
No, they would probably be like at the ticket counter. They would offer the Halcyon to Kenobi. Be like, no, that's way too fucking expensive. Give me the regular one.
Matthew.
Okay, well, you are definitely suspended.
You can hear that Brooklyn finish.
And on that note,
yeah. On that note, guys, I think that's it.
Wow.
On that note, thanks for joining us.
6,000 credits. What?
Yeah.
Do you know how much money that is?
Okay. Well, with that being said, we're the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Patreon. Star Wars Stuff Podcast at gmail.com. We're on Apple Podcasts. We have our own website, stuffpodcastnetwork.com. Go check us out. We have a lot of things coming in the way. Twitch, we are being on there a lot more every Monday, Friday, and Saturday. So look for us on there. And there's a lot of Star Wars games coming out. Star Wars Celebrations coming out. There's a lot of like stuff happening this year for Star Wars. So definitely check us out. Does anyone else have anything to add? Matt, you're shunned. You can't say anything.
If you're a Sith, it's
good.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, there's a lot more news. There's a lot of new stuff coming to the channel, and I think that's going to be really cool for you guys to be able to build a community around. And we're going to keep on pumping out as much content as we possibly can.
Speaking of content,
as much as possible.
Are we going to cut up the middleman and go ahead and make an Inquisitorious band tee? Like, or when are we gonna go ahead and get on that? Because that sounds like a goal.
Something that we are going to be focusing on too is Sabak Talk. That's a big thing, because we have done a couple episodes in the past, did very, very well, and then most of us moved here to Florida. So, and then we kind of stopped that. But now that Matt's living here, we will definitely start doing that again. And it's definitely going to be a lot different, but at the same time the same. And it's going to be a lot better.
Okay, I'm the only one not in Florida right now. That's wild.
Can you believe it? We'll fly you out.
Yeah.
Just for one episode.
Is there room between Matt and Brooke there? Squeeze in?
Not in my bed.
Not in Colin's bed.
No.
We will be filming from the bed. Everyone will fit.
I'm out. No.
Okay, well, with that being said, we're the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. May the Force be with you always.
Always. I love you. Ooh.
Can't wait for more John Williams. Yes, please.
It says having trouble connecting. Please check.
Oh my goodness!
It doesn't want to end.
Oh, hang on.